Okay, on Played to Order today, we are playing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Um, Played to Order is the show that we do to test out games that have been rented or purchased from the website. And we want to thank Chase today for buying this copy of TMNT so we can check it out. Yeah, TMNT, this came out in 1989 in the fervor of the Turtle saga. It was one of the most popular things at that era, and we still see a resurgence. Even Michael Bay is bringing out a poorly conceived version of it. But everybody is a fan of the original. This one is not as dependent on the TV show as which most people got into. Most people were into Turtles because of that TV show, not so much the comics. Maybe after they got into the TV show they stepped into comics, but that's not originally where most people came into the TMNT fandom. And maybe some of them got into it from this video game, but I sure hope not. Because this game is not very good. It is frustratingly hard, frustratingly cheap, I should say. A lot of different things in that you will see that are just cheap deaths. And yeah, Leonardo is probably the overpowered one in this game, and Raphael is probably the worst. There is quite a huge gap in between the characters in this game for their weapons and which one is good and which one is not. Donatello has its uses too. But overall, Leonardo is OP in this game, that is for sure. But let's get started. It is developed by Ultra Games, but not really, because that's just Konami. It's just a workaround to get more games onto the system of the NES, because Nintendo had a limit on how many you could publish. And Turtles ended up under the Ultra label for a while. So let's get started. So for our first run, we will just go through the first hole, which I think they want you to do. And you have to start out as Leonardo, I believe. I don't think you can select right away, which is somewhat strange. Oh. Hit right away. I think this is a rather ugly game, especially for 1989. A couple years into the system, they should have had a little bit better graphics in my mind. For a hack and slash, it's not that bad of a idea. And of course, respawning enemies, the bane of the NES. Got some Foot Clan enemies in this game. And then you do have like mini bosses at the end of different holes. And then they just beat them and they let you continue. But it's a little strange that they call them mini bosses, but at the same time they are the regular enemies that you might come across. And as you can see, Leonardo is his range on his sword, especially upward, downward, all the way around, is just really good for this type of gameplay. Oh, another respawn. And I'm almost dead. Sorry guys, I'm playing terribly. Oh, wow. Okay. So we'll go from the best guy to the worst guy. This is just a quick playthrough of there are better routes. You can skip a few different places in this game, but we're just starting where the game starts us. And yeah, this game does have different weapon pickups, but obviously limited. So I'm not going to use them right now. Or use them all up anyway. And you can see what I mean about the range, where Leonardo, look at this. He can kick me, but I can't even hit him. Leonardo would have had him down in no time. Raphael is maybe he has a quicker attack, but certainly not worth it. Health in this game is pizza, because why wouldn't it be? Surprised it just doesn't have a Pizza Hut logo right on it. So yeah, we ended up here. As you can see, we could have just walked right over here. You do not want to get hit by that steamroller. Okay, here is your first introduction to the cheapness of this game. Go down this hole and want a guy right away. You got to be moving immediately. Every time you come down this hole, chances are you're probably going to get hit by that guy. Just cheap hits throughout this whole game, and we will try and get to the most famous one, where I think every reviewer who's ever played this game will know what I'm talking about and what level. Okay, our first real boss fight with Bebop. And yeah, I totally sucked it up there. Didn't find the good rhythm there. We'll try Michelangelo. Yep, see? Look at that. I got hit right away. Wasn't paying attention. That's my fault. Oh, wow. So a little swarmed. I'm a little swarmed here. This is not going to be our good run here. They kind of trap you in that little corner. Just to get a few hits on you. Right away. Oh. Getting closer. Michelangelo got caught. Because the turtles can't die. Not paying attention again. Donatello's attack is rather slow, but can be useful. Ugh. Yep, still can't get out of there without getting a hit. It is nice to have range. Oh. Oh. Okay, guys, that is the game over. That is a bad run. A terrible run by me. But we are going to try and do better this time. So, this game came out in 1989. Was pretty much universally panned as a bad game. And as you can see why. Although there was, this was during the time that Turtles couldn't really do any wrong either, so they certainly got their props, even for making a bad game. And it sold extremely well, because if you're a young boy and you see this on the shelf, you would do just about anything for this. Mow some lawns, beg for it for Christmas, whatever it took. And boy, were you disappointed. Hopefully it didn't sour you on the series of video games, because the second one is tremendous. the arcade game port for the NES. It was actually very, very good. But yeah, for 1989, critically panned except for one spot where Nintendo Power gave it a very good score. And maybe Nintendo Power isn't a very trusted source. They also gave it a Game of the Year in 1989. Same year as Mega Man 2, DuckTales, let's see, what else? Tetris, maybe the most influential, most important game. Tetris, and it was, yep, got hit by him again. The most influential game, and does not win. That's not necessarily Nintendo Power's fault. They, I think their awards were probably by fans. Most popular by fans, which, like I said, Turtles could do no wrong, and were very, very popular around this time this game was released. You probably saw there quite a bit of slowdown. It tries to throw a number of enemies on here, and it really suffers. Let's just take care of this guy. Come on. We got the right weapon for it. Finally got some boomerangs to take him out. Bebop is gone, but boy, do we need some health. The boomerang is a very good weapon because usually they are limited, which they are, but the boomerangs come back and you get them back. So, not too bad. Pizza. Oh. Leonardo is boss in this game. That sword. And there we go. Back to full health. That's why we went in here. Otherwise you could completely skip this. And if you're way better than me, or any better than me, you probably do. It does have some weird enemies like a chainsaw, which for some things like, oh, turtles are not dead, they were just caught, but this guy has a chainsaw. A little graphic to a kid's imagination there. Oh, don't want to go. Let's see. This way I want to go. Sure. Grab some pizza. And as you can see, there is some randomization to enemies. Some of them seem to stay, but just a few of them are variable. Which I'm not sure the reasoning behind that. Oh. Should have been using my boomerangs. That took off a ton of health. Back into the building. Sewer to the building, sewer to the building. Probably stink. Oh, and I missed the button. Let's go right in order again. shooting lasers. Ooh, this is not good. This is where Raphael dies. Made it. So a lot of us that was a bad idea. A lot of us probably have good memories of TMNT games, especially since some of them are very good. 2 and 4 specifically. 3 was... I also like 3 on the NES, the Manhunt Project. Was also very good. Yep. Frustrating, guys. Frustrating. There's no other word for it. Can you hit me? Or you're just gonna bounce there? Let's reset you. So you can kind of manipulate enemies. Okay, Rocksteady. He's got his gun. And he jumps. Yeah. I really hope we can beat this. Oh, come on. Yep, definitely has some knockback. We're just skipping enemies now, guys, because I at least want to get to the dam. It'd be a pity if we couldn't get to the dam, right? I think Donatello has a... his attacks are stronger, which is fine. This will be nice to have a little bit more range in against Rocksteady here. I can work with this pattern. Oh, one more hit and it would have been there. Okay. We are going to try one more time. And we are going to skip this because you can. Oh. Maybe not. We are going to kill ourselves because we need Leonardo. As you can see, I suck at Frogger as well. That one kicked us right out to the beginning. So we gotta get by the steamroller here. Oh, keep forgetting about that guy. Down, down, down. Ah, these guys are evil. I wonder if it is the same team who worked on this one that went into the arcade game. Probably not, because I mean it was already a different game. They just had to port it. And that really turned into the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles method of gameplay, was the beat 'em up, which worked tremendous for their oh, come on. Beat 'em ups work good for the theme of for the theme of TMNT. Sorry, a little intense there. Let's go get some health. I need that pizza up there. I would not recommend playing this one. If you get good at this one, it doesn't necessarily translate into any of the other TMNT games. Maybe the Game Boy ones a little bit. But all the joy of TMNT games has always been to beat 'em up. Not necessarily this I don't know, action platformer. Hit detection on that pizza was not very good. But it kind of goes both ways. With Leonardo specifically, you can hit some guys that doesn't even look like you're hitting them. So at least they're consistent in their, see, like that. Not even hitting him, but he's getting damaged. At least they are consistent in their crappy hit detection. So we got a little health back. Skipping that hole, we're going right into this one. We're doing my version of a speed run. A speed run of finishing the first level. That will be quite the accomplishment for me today. Oh, and he got me right at the end. The other thing about this game that makes it kind of cheap is the scrolling. It does not give you much room to see what enemies fly up onto your screen. You could be probably almost 9/10 of the way scrolling to the next screen, and that's where you'll see the enemy. So you only have like 1/10 of a screen to actually react, and that's fine. Oof. It's fine, I guess. Get off the ladder. We are not going to beat Rocksteady here. At least not with Leonardo. It will be, yeah, see, somewhat of a miracle. Some bad hit detection with Rocksteady as well. Right there too. I don't know if I got hit. I didn't think I did. I killed all those guys and then got hit. The list goes on and on about how frustrating this is. It just doesn't feel good to traverse, because you just constantly feel like you are very vulnerable, even when you killed the guy that was just there. Now this is a very bad matchup. Yeah, not even close there. Let's do Donatello, and hopefully we can get by this. Oh man, we need that health. This guy is just bad placement for pinning you. Pinning you in that corner, guaranteeing you're going to get hit. Let's do it this time. Come on, get in that rhythm. We did it. I'm so sorry, April. You had to see that. You were beginning to wonder if we'd actually do it. You have my support. No explanation of this. It's just, yeah. Go in the sewer. And then, just, go save the dam, because that's... Donatello does not have a very good, down attack. Kneeling attack. But, no real story here. Haven't even seen Shredder yet. He's in here. Yeah. Well, let's get through this room. I'd really like to get through this room because everybody's favorite level is next. Boss time. See? Normal guy, but it's a boss. You have to wonder if they were kind of under pressure to get something out for a holiday season, or just in general to be ahead of the curve on this TMNT craze. No weapon pickups so far. That's a little strange. I do enjoy that there is knockback on enemies as well. Okay. On to the next level. Give me those shurikens. We are going to spam these shurikens. And a full pizza. A much needed full pizza. They're not evil. I mean, they do give you... Oh, this guy's a boss. Okay. Need to clear him. Oh, this guy's the boss. Yeah, I mean, they do give you health. They do give you some really useful power-ups, so it can be done. It's just the programmers on these hitboxes and how things scroll and placement of some guys just make this game very frustrating. That might appeal to some people, but not the person like me. We did it. Okay, we got to the top of the dam. Where do we go? We just take a dive for it. Now, this level is notoriously hard because you have a time limit. And you have to set up, you have to disable all these bombs. But we'll get to, hopefully, we'll get to the point where you pretty much need a full bar of health just to get through it. I've never seen, I'm sure there have been people that do it, where get through a certain section unhit. But the part I'm talking about is that seaweed up there is electric. You do not want to hit the electric seaweed because it's pretty obvious. You are in water, and water is a very good conductive of electricity. Oh, and I got hit there. It's strange already that you're not getting hit already, just through current. Oh, get out of there. It's really tough to see those things too. As you can see there, there's just a very small nub on the top and bottom to let you know that that's where there's going to be an electric spot. Let's see. So, as you can tell, very hard because it's already a minute's gone by. Or more than a minute. You only have a minute left. And this is the famous spot where we will die, and this will be the end. Right there. So you have to go around that whole corner perfectly without getting... You can't do it without getting hit. I think it's about impossible. But... that's going to do it for TMNT today. We got to the famous section. We died in triumphant fashion many times, but at least we died in the spot that everybody else has died. So I at least can claim that, right? Once again, I'd like to thank Chase for picking up TMNT. It will be coming to your door in the next day or two. And everybody else, thank you for joining me. Please like and subscribe. We do this 2 or 3, maybe 4 times a week, testing out video games that people have purchased on the site. So if you want to see one of your favorite games played, your best odds are, of course, renting or purchasing from the website. So head on over to videogameexperiment.com, check it out, see if you can find anything. Anyway, have a great